Hey everybody, it is EDUT 523. Welcome. My name is Bill Selleck. I will be your instructor for the next 8 weeks. A little bit about me, then a little bit about our course. I've been teaching at Concordia University Irvine for I think 9 years now. I've taught through all the courses in this program. This continues to be one of my favorites, which I guess is good and not always true, but it is. And I will explain why by the end of this video. Um, Aside from being here, my day job is director of technology at Hillbrook School. We're a junior kindergarten, like a TK through 10th grade school in San Jose and then in Los Gatos, the Santa Cruz Mountains, the foot of the mountains. We're a 10th grade school because a year ago we opened a new high school and we're doing it a year at a time. So last year we were a K-9, now we're a K-10. Next year will be got it, a K-11 school. And we have a new building, which is taking a lot of time and thought and coordination amongst many people, including me as tech director. Um, Exciting news this morning of when I'm recording it, we got new fiber optic cable run to our server room. So that has been about a year in the works, and it happened like 4 hours ago from the time of me recording this. So yay for that. Because if that didn't happen, we would have a high school with no working Wi-Fi, no data anywhere. And that's not good, but it is there, so yay. Um, it's an exciting thing. I'll talk about more of that as we go through the course because it fits surprisingly well with this course. So I'll hear a bit about our school and construction kind of as we go. Um, So I've been at Hillbrook for 11 years now. I have three kids. They're all at Hillbrook in grades 4, 6, and 7. Um, and before I was at Hillbrook, I was teaching kindergarten, second grade, and fourth and fifth grade music. Was also a high school youth minister briefly, and so I've done like the K-12 and then higher ed. Uh, no intro to college, but a 400 level class at one point. So anyway, kind of all the things from K to 16. Um, yeah, so I'm excited to be here. I hope you're excited to be here. So human-centered design for online learning. What on earth is that, and what are we doing? Um, it is, in a nutshell, design thinking where you put the user at the center of the design experience. Often school is done to kids. Adults often that have not been in the classroom decide what needs to be done and spoken at kids. Here's what you need to say at kids, and that is what teaching is. Um, and as we think about learning environments, particularly online learning environments, we're going to go through a human-centered approach, looking at different kind of educational philosophies and learning theories to better understand and leverage how educational psychology can actually empower us for, this is such a mouthful, for a human-centered design process. So what that means, I'm going to go through all of your assignments 1 through 5, because they are an arc. It is the design thinking process, and you're going to do each step for each assignment. 5 assignments in 8 weeks means you have less than one per week. So the first assignment is the empathy map. The idea is you listen to the user and you try to develop empathy of what that looks like for them. So the example that seems kind of most interesting to me in kind of the latest, ideas of design thinking is what Oral-B did with their new toothbrush. And so what they decided was like, oh, we need more features. And the empathy map was actually talking with users who use their toothbrushes, and one of the things they found was that when you're traveling, your toothbrush can die, right? So instead of advanced features, what you really need is a way to charge your toothbrush while you're on the road without needing to remember to bring like the proprietary toothbrush holder that's like this thing with the little thing sticking up. Um, right, like that was, there are several things in kind of the story, but like for me, the most interesting part was you need to be able to charge it easily. Okay. So you're going to do your own version of that as an educator. It's called an empathy map. There's a template for you. There's a rubric that walks you through kind of all of those steps. The idea is to be able to kind of not just be kind of teacher, but like what does their world look like, to genuinely appreciate kind of who they are, to understand their feelings and wants, and then be able to communicate your understanding of their needs. And I've actually done this with my tech team. We would be in pairs and interviews. One person would ask questions, the other would type it in. And it actually changed a number of things we did with how we integrate iPads in our middle school. Just being able to hear, it's a lot of like, tell me a time when, not just like, what do you think about iPads? What do you think about school? What do you think about technology? Tell me a time you needed to download an app. Tell me a time you had to do a group project. What was something that you got stuck on? And so being able to find where those real needs are, not just like, I need a better iPad. That's not a need, that's a want. Um, Being able to understand those needs, with kind of those points of friction, are going to help you in the next steps and in better understanding kind of your users in general and your students for this assignment. Assignment number two is actually the second step of design thinking, which is the problem statement. So again, there's a little bit of reading about it, and each Google Doc is the assignment. Each assignment has typically 5 steps, and that first one or two or three steps are going to be read this, read this, read this, because there's not a textbook for the course. Um, there's going to be reading either on the Google Doc of an assignment or in Canvas on each week's module. So you're going to learn more about the problem design phase, um, figuring out kind of a point of view. And again, there's a template for that. So it's really trying to define the problem. So with the toothbrush Oral-B thing, it was like, oh, people are away from their home and their toothbrushes die. That's actually like we have defined the problem. For me, with tech at our school, it was, oh, we need a more reliable way to get apps to students. Not all the apps, but like the just right apps for students. All right. That's the second step, defining the problem. The third assignment and the third step is idea generation, which is exactly what it sounds like. Right. So again, you're going to have some like read here, watch this video, read here, read here. You're going to use an online whiteboard thing called Miro, Miro, and then you're going to share your idea generation for the tutorial, um, for like how you might be able to solve this, right? Third assignment, third step. Fourth assignment and fourth step is the solutions prototype summary, which is a bit of a mouthful. Again, read, read, watch, watch, make a template or make a copy of the template of the solutions summary of like, what are some pedagogical approaches, was technology used that might help with this? And then that fifth assignment is going to be your solutions prototype, where you're actually going to create like a functional prototype. You might use it like this week with students. Um, and let's see, there's also a link in that Google Doc of like many, many other student examples. So if you have no idea what this looks like, you can jump to assignment 5 and take a look at that. If you know nothing about kind of design thinking, and you're like, what is this? You can either hop into like generative AI like ChatGPT and be like, I'm taking a college course, paste the syllabus in. Um, Tell me about kind of design thinking. Hopefully, I gave you a decent overview of it. You can just Google like examples of design thinking to get you some ideas. Um, and really, the course just follows each of those steps with each of those assignments. Similarly, you will have discussion board posts, um, not 8 of them, so a little bit less than weekly. But when you do have one, initial post with an APA reference is due Thursday by midnight, and then 2 thoughtful replies to classmates Sunday by midnight. Other things in this course, make sure you actually read the syllabus. I found that when I was doing that in my graduate work, when I actually read it, it was super helpful. There's a handful of student support service links, both in the syllabus and in Canvas. Um, Walks you through like the library, technology services, wellness center, the online writing studio. What else? The Canvas student guide, Chapel Concordia, disability access services, lots and lots and lots of really useful things. So that is all for this week. You're going to hop over to week one and take a look at that. I will have a video where I'll say hello wearing the same outfit, explaining a bit more detail of what is to be expected in week one. Otherwise, if you have questions, reach out, and happy EDT 523, everybody.